Hello, and welcome to this edition of Young Montgomery, Montgomery County's youth-oriented show where we highlight the accomplishments of our county's youth population and bring you more information about some of the county's programs for young people. I'm Estefany Orellana.
And I'm Daniel Menéndez. If you're a senior in high school or a current college student in Montgomery County and are interested in improving your educational career skills, stay tuned because there is a local group of educators that focus on improving students' educational and career goals. FutureLink students are here to deliver more information about this program.
For those not yet familiar with FutureLink, it is a non-traditional seminar class that provides students with endless possibilities like academic support, mentoring, internships, and scholarships.
Let's introduce our guests. Here are Ebony Gabson, Enrico Chavez, and Sara Fernandez from FutureLink of Rockville. Welcome to Young Montgomery, and thank you for being our guests.
Welcome,
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so how did you first hear about FutureLink?
Well, I first heard about FutureLink through my ACES coach, and what that is, it's a separate academic program designed for first-generation college students like myself and like getting acclimated to college. So it's
Yeah, same as Ebony said, I'm also part of the ACES program, and I found out about FutureLink when my ACES coach, Natalie Sanchez, she told me about it. And at first I was a bit, I guess shy, but when I went there for the first seminar, I got to see what it was all about, and I noticed that it was actually really interesting, and I applied and I gave it a chance. I got accepted, and I started attending a 14-week seminar, and then throughout the weeks, I started learning skills, and I developed a lot of characteristics in a positive way, and I learned a lot throughout that time.
All right, how was it for you, Sarah?
Funny you ask, because I found out through him, because even though I'm not in the ACES program, I hang out a lot in that office because I have a lot of friends who are in that program. So he told me about it because he attended a workshop for the FutureLink program, and I started asking him questions about it, so he got me into it. So it's really like a strong knit community because people who are in it are enjoying their time in the program, so they tell their friends and family about it too. So that's how it spreads.
I know about ACES. Do you like the snacks? Because I go there for the
Yeah.
snacks sometimes.
Yeah.
It's so good, the
convenient,
Nutella
yeah.
snacks.
When it's there, 'cause a lot of people grab it and they just go.
And how did you guys join the group? Like, what were the steps and all that?
For FutureLink?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
FutureLink.
for
The
application.
steps?
Yeah.
Well, first you gotta apply, and then when you apply, you gotta attend this first seminar, and you get to meet all of the FutureLink participants, and you're just there to bond, just mingle, and then after that, you begin to take classes like once a week for about 3 hours, and then you, inside the class, you just basically have your FutureLink like seminar book. In the booklet, there's like a lot of like case scenarios or just a lot of things that you can work on, like developing your skills and all that. And you have a facilitator, and he or she is there to just guide you, and usually it's a good time.
More about the application though. You have to put in your basic info, like your name, where you live, stuff like that. But they also want to know more about you. So like they want to know like your goals, like how are you doing in school, are you volunteering, stuff like that. And then I think I remember getting a recommendation letter. So I got it from Ms. Sanchez, who's a counselor for the ACES program, and so it really gives you a chance to tell them about you.
All right.
That is so good.
Go for it.
yeah, and to sort of like highlight some of the application requirements, you have to be between the ages of 18 and 25. You also have to be a first-generation college student, or they cater to those, and have at least or less than 30 credit hours. So.
Can sorry.
So you
Cut
don't
it
have.
off.
So you have to keep it at a. You have to be a full-time college student, right?
Yes, you do have to be a full-time. Well, it doesn't matter because some students, like when I did my seminar, some students were not actually enrolled in college for that semester. So it depends. You just have to be, I guess, going to pursue college, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because actually, when I was a starter in FutureLink, I was still a high school student, and still seeing a lot of college students there, it's a bit intimidating. but it doesn't really matter what age you are, as long as you apply and if you're accepted, then you're good to go.
That's sweet. So how long have you guys been a part of FutureLink?
Well, I was last semester, September of 2016. That was my first seminar, I guess. So I'm now an alumni, but yeah, last semester.
Mm-hmm. I graduated in the spring of 2014, so it's been a couple years now, and it's just nice to see how much it's grown over the years, and seeing people that stick around, that are just willing to contribute and help out other students.
And for me, I graduated from the program over a year ago, so last year in May. So I applied in January of last year, so learned a lot over that time.
That is great. Let me just go ahead and mention, because I left this for like the last minute, I'm a previous student from FutureLink, and I graduated in 2016.
Nice.
And I know that you guys learn a lot of like self-advocacy skills. What other skills did you guys learn from the program?
Definitely, you do learn how to set goals, and they they really touch on it. When years ago, they just said, okay, you have your short-term goals and you have your long-term goals. But in FutureLink, there's like a specific acronym they use, SMART. And so basically making sure that your goals are specific, measurable, I think it's accessible, relevant, and I forget what T is, but just making sure, timeliness, just making sure your goals are just to T, like just making sure that they're focused and that you can do them,
Yeah, I mean, they really emphasize and basically like trying to push you out of your bubble, because you're out there and we have like informational interviews, or they'll make you stand in front of class and they'll make you talk, and they just really want you to be more confident to what you're saying and how to talk, I guess, more professionally.
Okay.
And they really help you take your education and your career goals seriously, because it's one thing to talk about it, and then it's another thing to go out and like have an internship and actually, take the initiative to speak to someone random and ask them questions about like how's their job going, how did they get into that career, so stuff like that.
So let me cut you right there. We are taking a short break, and we'll return with this FutureLink participant to talk more about their learning experiences in the program. Young Montgomery returns after this.
Yeah, salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
You wouldn't let money just blow out of your house. So when your AC or heater is on, make sure the doors, windows, and fireplace flue are shut tight. If you're headed out, turn down the AC or lower the heat by 10 degrees. And always keep your water heater set at 120. A little bit of common sense goes a long way. Get more great tips at energysaver.gov.
Swimming can be a great way to stay cool and beat the summer heat. Hi, I'm Gabe Albernaz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'd like to ask you to be our partner in making this a safe summer. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental deaths in children, but drowning can be avoided. By following a few important rules, we can ensure that our children are safe at the pools. Regardless of swimming ability, children should never be unsupervised, even with lifeguards. There is no substitution for adult supervision. Minimize distractions such as cell phones. Drowning can happen in minutes. If you have to leave the pool for any reason, you need to take your children with you. Inflatable swimming aids such as floaties and noodles are not life safety devices. Do not substitute these for supervision either. By working together, we can make sure we are all safe at the pool this summer.
Welcome back to Yo Montgomery. Our participants are part of FutureLink, a non-traditional program that teaches self-advocacy skills for school, career, and life. What are some skills that you learned during FutureLink seminars?
Well, for me personally, I feel like I gained a lot of confidence through that, through FutureLink. Why? Because for one, when I started off, I'll admit I wasn't the most confident, but being there and having friendships and relationships with the facilitator, they really supported me, and they know that I get nervous, so they support me, and they tell me that it'll be okay. And little and little, you start to gain some confidence, and you're able to talk out loud to people. But one of the skills I feel like I got is, I guess, I'm more passionate and more on time when it comes to events that I have to go to. Like, I'm very time-oriented.
I think for me, it's networking, because I think that when you're starting off, like, you don't really think about, oh, this person I meet could introduce me about or tell me more about a scholarship or a program I could apply to. Stuff like that, and I didn't think about that first going into the program, so that was a huge thing I learned, and as well as learning the elevator speeches.
Yeah, to touch on like the elevator speeches, public speaking was definitely a big part of FutureLink. I think our elevator pitches like became a part of our warm-ups. All right, like, you know, as soon as you sit down, put your stuff away. All right, get up and introduce yourself and like promote yourself and advocate yourself to some of your other peers in the classroom. And that was amazing, because I was very, very shy. I don't branch out really until I get to know you, and so to just be immediately put in that position to just introduce myself and just be like, obnoxious and like happy. It was great.
Because when you go to the seminar, you're gonna be with these people for a couple months. Like, it's at least 12 people in your class. So you get to practice in front of them and, like, you know, go over your resume with them. And then FutureLink brings in actual people who review resumes, and they're very successful in their career, and they go over your resume and they critique it. They don't hide anything, they point out all the errors, but it's to help you. So
I heard that you mentioned something about timing. Do instructors have anything that say, oh, this is the many absences that you can have, or if you're late, this is what you have to do?
So yeah, I mean, FutureLink, they're very strict when it comes to being on time. I think last time she said that if you don't come in class once, if you miss out once, I think you're likely to get kicked out of it, just because that's just how it can be, because they really want you to be there on time. But it's a good thing to learn from, because you really have to. And they're teaching you that when you go out in the real world, they're not going to be like babysitting you. They won't be waiting for you. You have to be there on time, or else you can lose whatever opportunity you're looking for. And you know, it's kind of like tough love, but it's just how it should be.
So you guys we touched a little bit on the building confidence. So I want to ask, in what way did FutureLink help you build confidence? Like, how did it help you? What specific areas?
Well, for me, I always talk about when I have my informational interview. So it's when I have to interview a professional person, and from my field, that was a dietitian. And I went to Holy Cross Hospital, and I got to interview a dietitian. And I guess for me, I was very shy, because seeing an actual professional in front of me, it's very intimidating. But she was like the sweetest lady, and just down to earth, and told me everything, you know, what she'd do in her profession, what she has to do day in, day out. And it helped me gain more confidence, just knowing that people are willing to help you. And, you know, they're not bad people in this world. They just want to help you at the end of the day. So it makes me feel better.
That is amazing. Besides informational interviews, what other events do you guys attend?
Oh, like, you'll take field trips. So during my seminar, we went to NIH. So we got to take a tour of the whole campus. And when you say NIH, you don't really think, like, oh, obviously you think that, oh, they do all this research and all that good stuff. But then when you get there, it's so big. And you go through the visitor center, and then they check you in. And it was honestly eye-opening, because we got to speak to people who work there and how dedicated they are to their jobs. So it gave me the confidence and the inspiration to maybe, like, I could be there. Like, I could work there one day. So, and my major is nursing, so I could definitely work in the clinical area.
And during my seminar, we went for career day. We went to the state's attorney's office in Montgomery County, so the circuit court, and there you get to meet so many professionals within the state's attorney's office. And I'm majoring in information systems, and so there was a guy there that's an information systems specialist. And I actually got to network with him, and I currently have an internship with him. So it was really great.
That is so great. Yes. And also for you guys, did you guys start with the same career path mindset that you guys have now? Is there anything that FutureLink did to actually spark more interest and continue?
Definitely. Career planning was very strong with FutureLink, because I actually didn't, I knew I wanted to be an information systems analyst, but I didn't know what that was. And so the very first day of my seminar, we looked at the salaries, we looked at, I guess, what the job descriptions were, and it was really hands-on. And then we did a class presentation right after that, and that was scary for me because I didn't know the people. There was a bunch of strangers in the room. But definitely career planning. I feel like I am more career ready to transition into the career than I was before I joined FutureLink.
It's funny you say that because before I graduated high school, I had my 4-year plan already ready, because I thought to myself, I'm gonna be a dietitian. Now I'm gonna get my bachelor's, and I'm just gonna pursue working in a hospital. But then once I joined FutureLink, and once I actually had the chance to interview a dietitian and just look more into the dietitian income, the pay, and all that, I realized that it isn't actually something I wanted to do. And it's kind of feels, I guess, at first disappointing that you had everything ready, but it's good because now you actually know what you want to do, and this is your chance to go seek and explore what your true passion lies.
For me, I had the idea that I wanted to be a doctor, but I had no idea the whole process, how long you have to take these classes for, what you have to apply to, and I didn't take it seriously, honestly. But they have you make a test when you're in the seminar, and it really breaks down your personality. So if you're that type of person who's there for people, maybe teaching is something you'd want to go into. So for me, I went from wanting to be a doctor to going into nursing because I wanted something that was more hands-on. But I've had friends who had no idea of what they wanted to do, and they were all over the place, working in education sector, being an attorney, being in the sciences, or being criminology. So they were all over the place, but FutureLink really helped them narrow down their interests, and they can say that they know what they want to do now.
There is more to be shared about this excellent program. When we come back, we will find out more about FutureLink.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Be active, Montgomery.
Starting today, you can be active and treat yourself to a wide array of great activities offered by Montgomery County Recreation. With 4 indoor aquatic facilities and 20 community rec centers that offer exercise and weight rooms, you'll find everything you want from sports and fitness to senior activities, from cooking to dancing, classes, trips, and tours. Yes, starting today, you can work toward a healthier lifestyle. learn a new skill, relax a little, or just meet new people. Visit our website to see all the exciting programs, activities, and classes available to you. And
Be active, Montgomery.
Welcome back to Young Montgomery. We want to know what FutureLink focuses on when they meet as a group. So, when did you graduate? And please also describe what a day in FutureLink looks like.
Well, I graduated December of 2016. A normal day, you come in a classroom and immediately the elevator pitch, as I mentioned before, is you just go around and you introduce yourself to your peers and you get acquainted. It's like a family in the classroom, and it's really great. And then after that, we transitioned to some of the lessons, which included setting goals, time management, and then on certain days, we did do resume building, which was exciting, and yeah.
So when I graduated, excuse me, in December 2014, first day, day in FutureLink is I walked in, and I remember just seeing like all these snacks that they have. I mean, that's how they probably get the people in. But anyways, we go in there and we see our facilitator. My facilitator was called Layla, and she was probably like the best facilitator I probably ever met. She was really helpful, and what she did was she was very energetic. I think that's what really helped out. And every time everyone walked in, she was like, "Hello, hello," you know, she was full of life. And we would always start off by, like I said, going to our booklet. And we'll always start off just like doing a bit of like a warm up of just like how to improve your skills, or just something where you can work with a partner beside you for like 10, 15 minutes. And then the majority of the rest of the time, we'll just be talking like case scenarios and just discussing like how to, like Ebony said, manage time, how to like, you know, just search for other careers or etc. So.
The good thing about it is that the seminar is from like 4:30, let's say, to 7 o'clock. So it's like 2.5 hours there. And a lot of times we'll, like, for me at least, when I finished class, I would go right after into the seminar. And it was really nice because it was a way to relax and get away from all the things that I needed to do, like all the homework, all the study for tests, stuff like that. It was really relaxing, and just to focus on me and focus on like my peers who were there to, you know, learn more about themselves and like get their career started. So that was really nice. And when you go, you're looking at different scenarios, like you said, the case studies, but you're also pointing out things that what those people in those scenarios did wrong and what you could do better.
So a question that I do have actually is, so Evan, you touched on the fact that there's lessons and the resume building. Are these lessons different each time for each session, or does it follow a certain schedule?
It's different each time for each lesson, and similar to what Enrico and Sarah said, that it's tailored. They have case studies that are tailored to that specific lesson. So with time management, there are like case studies where, for example, there was one with my name in it. It said Ebony was not on, or Ebony had all these things to do and she couldn't attend her interview, but this interview was scheduled, you know, weeks in advance. How could she have managed her time better? And it's different. So.
Okay, so it's a different lesson each time, on a different topic. All right, that's cool.
But there is a schedule though, like when you go in, like day 1, they're gonna do this, day 2, you're gonna do this. So there is a schedule, but you stay on track as much as you can, and you go with how many people like are ready to move on.
So what was the best part, or like your favorite part out of all the material that you guys learned?
It's a tough one.
Don't worry. You guys.
For a couple years, I'm trying to think back.
Right. Keep thinking about that, okay?
Okay.
But here, we'll answer this in the meantime. Okay. So what do you think FutureLink offers to young adults in Montgomery County?
Opportunity.
Opportunity?
Just basically opportunity. I feel like a lot of students that come in there don't know what they want yet, and they need guidance. And what FutureLink does is they show you what it's about and what they have to offer, and it's up to the students to basically meet them halfway to basically achieve what they want to eventually pursue.
Because it really is something that you have to take advantage of. It's what you make of it. So you can graduate from the program and not attend any of the happy hours or not attend any of the workshops that they organize, and you won't really get to meet other mentors who are in the program. So you really have to be more involved and dedicate time to it, really.
Similar to what Sarah said, they do offer, mentorship, and that's a big part, because I recently just met up with my mentor this semester, and it's great, because he's helping me with my stat homework, and he's also counseling me, and FutureLink offers resources, like a variety of resources. If you need help with anything, reach out to FutureLink, and I think that's really important because they always have a solution to every problem, and that to me seemed a little crazy, but it's true. They have a solution to every problem.
All right, back to the kicker. What was your favorite part? What was your favorite part?
Snacks. No, I'm kidding. My favorite part, honestly, was so I'm always going back to the information interview, but before that, we actually had to prepare ourselves. So they would bring mentors, as Estefany mentioned, to the class. And they'll probably be like 5 or 6. And each of the students will just sit in front with the mentor as if it was an actual interview. And for me, that was probably like my best experience, because just seeing other people going through the same thing that I am going through, I don't know, it's a thrill, just like an adrenaline rush that
it makes you feel that you're not alone and that
you
got this.
And it's that memory always sticks to me to this day that I enjoyed. So.
I would say my favorite part was the case studies, but not the case studies themselves. My facilitator was Dr. Gwendolyn Dorsey, and on certain case studies, you had to, she made everyone act it out. So she picked a variety, she picked, you do this part and then you be this person, and everyone dreaded. They were like, oh my god, we're doing these case studies, these are awful. And she'd make you act it out, and I think that was really important. That was the best part, because just to see everyone's facial expressions and acting out, it's cool.
I think for me, my favorite part of the program is the happy hours, because they have all these workshops that you can go to and learn about LinkedIn and practice your networking skills. But happy hours are more about speaking to other mentors that are part of the program, other students who are at different points in their life, or whether or not they're just figuring out what their major is, they're trying to figure out how to get this job that's going to get them to this point A to point B. So it's nice to know that there's other people who are in this experience with you, who are going through the same thing as you. Because if you're going to school and you're dealing with all this stuff, it's easy to forget that other people are going through the same thing. So.
That's great. So thanks for first I want to say thank you for being on our show.
Mm-hmm.
And
thank you so much for having us.
Well, we hope you had a great time. We hope you guys had a great time learning from these young students that represent us well in Montgomery County. For more information, please visit futurelinkmd.org.
And remember that if you're an active youth in Montgomery County, you can also be featured in our show.
That's right. Whether you're a part of a club, sports team, community group, or a nonprofit organization, we want to hear what you do to keep a positive influence in our community.
So just contact us directly on our Facebook page, Young Montgomery. Send us a message and let us know what you do. That is all for today in this edition of Young Montgomery. I'm Estefany Orellana.
And I'm Daniel Menéndez. Thank you, and until next time.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.